All right, what is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? How is everyone today? Welcome to my 5th straight streaming day in a row. That is right. 5 straight days so far, and still going strong. What is up, everyone? Today is Wednesday. Excuse me. Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. I'm Darkside Phil. What is going on, everybody? I hope I find you all well, and I hope you're ready for a full day of streaming goodness. I sure am. What are we doing today? Let's talk a little bit before we get started with lots of updates and news and everything. I'm sure you guys want to have some news, and I have some news for you. But what are we up to today? Well, first of all, the other day, I played Final Fantasy IX as a late night stream, 2 hours, and we basically entered what was known as Disc 3 content, meaning we're at a part of the game where we're going to be returning to previous areas from the game, and new content is going to be opening up in said areas, okay? And I like that. I like the fact that you could go back and do optional stuff and unlock new stuff. That's a cool thing. But essentially, I'll be honest, it did slow down a ton. There was like almost no combat, nothing really going on in that realm. It was more just side content stuff. I enjoyed it a lot, but I only played 2 hours, and quite frankly, after only playing 2 hours of the game the other night, I felt unfulfilled. I felt like, man, the time flew by, and I really felt like I wanted more. Like, I was like, damn, I wish that this was a 4-hour stream because I'm in the midst of a bunch of stuff here that I'm enjoying, and I wish I could keep going. But at that point, I had run out of time, and I couldn't, continue. So I said later in the week, I definitely want to do a main gameplay stream of Final Fantasy IX. So we are. That's what we're doing today. We're going to pick up right where we left off over on Sunday. 4 hours today. So all the optional content available. I hope you guys are going to let me know. Basically, what people who played this game and mastered this game have told me is that at this point of the game that I'm in right now, there's a lot of limited time content. And what I mean by that, is that there's a lot of things available in the game you can only do right now. If you don't do them now, you can never do them again. And apparently a lot of them are some of the best items in the game, interesting things. So I'm definitely interested in doing all this content, and a lot of people have said, Phil's getting his handheld when he plays Final Fantasy IX. But the truth of the matter is, apparently this game has a lot of cryptic content, and if people weren't telling me about this stuff, I probably never would have found it and therefore would have missed out on a lot of the cool content of the game. So I definitely want to experience that. So thank you to everyone who's been helping me with this playthrough. I definitely appreciate that, and I hope that you'll continue to do so that we can flesh out all the fun stuff of Final Fantasy IX today, okay? So yeah, let's keep that going today. 4 hours of fun Final Fantasy IX stuff. If you remember, I actually returned to Dali. Apparently this is the one time now you can go into the mayor's house, which was always forbidden. Also, apparently the windmill is turned off, so you can search the windmill for items and stuff. So we're going to check that out today and see how this goes. It should be fun, by the way. Final Fantasy IX, as you know, not a super action-packed game. Even during combat, it's turn-based, so there's tons of potential for interaction. Think of it more as like a hangout chill stream than a serious gameplay stream. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun together today, okay? So that's the first gameplay stream. Later tonight, guys, it's finally going to be what you've been asking for in regards to Super Mario Maker 2, which came out on Friday. All right, I know you guys have been asking for this since the moment the game came out. It now makes sense to do it because it's been almost a week, which means there's been a lot of time for people to make their own Mario stages, okay? And tonight, for 2 hours, I'll be checking out created stages in Super Mario Maker 2. My first taste of the user-created content in the game, all right? Should be a fun late-night stream, probably full of rage if there's some really challenging and hard stages, not gonna lie. I have no idea what's in store for me because I haven't even given it a look yet. But we're gonna find out tonight, all right? So that should be a really fun 2+ hour stream of Mario Maker 2. And some people might be saying, well, why didn't you just do that as your main gameplay stream? I'll be honest, I don't think there's enough content, that user-created content yet, to hold over a 4-hour stream. The game's brand new. People are just messing around with the new creation tools and getting a handle on them. And, if I were to do a full 4-hour stream of Mario Maker 2 right now of the created content, it probably wouldn't be very good. I'd probably have like 1 hour of great content and 3 hours of meh. You know what I mean? I'd rather wait until there's a ton of content, which I'm going to do. I'm going to handle Super Mario Maker 2 just like I did Mario Maker 1. So tonight, we're going to play for 2 hours, okay? This should be fun. Then what I'll probably do is hold off and not play it again for another week. And then jump into it again next week and see what are the new stages, what are the new highest rated stages, etc. I'll start taking suggestions from stream viewers on stages that I should play. I'll have people start sending me, oh, here's a recommended stage you should check out, etc. So that I have a lot of stuff to do when I play the game again. And I think that's what's going to give us longevity. Maybe playing it once a week. Mario Maker could be a lot of fun versus, just jumping in randomly and hoping for the best. I don't think that's going to work. You know what I mean? So there you go. All right, so Mario Maker 2 tonight, okay? Tomorrow, guys, we're doing something completely different. Tomorrow, first of all, is Independence Day in the United States, which is a national holiday. It's a day when we celebrate the fact that we overthrew our benevolent government that settled us here in the 13 colonies originally. We completely went against them and rebelled against them to steal all of their resources and say, neener, neener, neener. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's basically when the original colonists decided they wanted to rebel against the British government and become their own country. And, you could be a history buff and read up on the different the different situations there of how people, view it. But anyway, it's the day when America basically was born. That's what we're celebrating, okay? The July 4th or Independence Day. Most people typically on that day have cookouts. They'll go out with family and friends and cook, on a grill and have outdoor picnics and the like. I'll be streaming all day long. All right, and my first gameplay stream is going to be something very fun. And by the way, it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to be playing this. The Stranger Things 3 video game. It is a isometric view, 16-bit graphic style game that's going to follow along the plotline of Stranger Things. It has all the main characters in it, and apparently it even will have the plotline of the 3rd season, which premieres tomorrow on Netflix, okay? It's going to have that plotline in the game. So it's going to be pretty interesting to check this out tomorrow as the main gameplay stream and see exactly what this is. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, tomorrow's going to be awesome. I hope you'll join me, okay? So that's going to be tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to do Black Ops 4 Blackout. That's right. In honor of Independence Day, we're going to do some Battle Royale. Interactive Battle Royale. Because as you know, when I play Blackout, it's very interactive where I talk with you guys and we have a good time together. All right, so that's going to be a fun stream tomorrow night. And you might be saying, well, wait a minute. Why is Phil going to be doing Blackout? I thought that the chill streams were on hiatus. Well, they were, but after doing new release content for a straight week, last night I said, man, I think I'm going to break it up with a chill stream of Minecraft. I think people would really like that because they're missing the more interactive stuff. Last night's Minecraft stream not only was one of the most fun streams I've done in ages, okay, ended up being one of the most interactive, fun streams. Everything was great. Contributions were high, and everyone was like, damn, I wish Phil would just do more interactive streams and not really focus on the new releases as much. And I said, fair enough. If this is what you guys want, I'll give you what you want, okay? I'm okay with that. As long as you guys are okay with the new releases taking longer to be covered, I will do more interactive streams at night, okay? So that's why I said, screw it. Let's do Black Ops 4 Blackout tomorrow night for Independence Day, rather than focus on a new release. All right? So that's tomorrow night. Now, Friday this week is my day off. After 7 straight days of streaming, I finally get a day off on Friday. Okay? Then I'll be back on Saturday. And you might say, well, what's Phil doing on Saturday? I'm not sure yet. It's really going to depend on how well received the Stranger Things game is. If the game is well received and people want more of it, then I'll probably play more of it on Saturday. If it's not so well received because it's an old school 16-bit style game and maybe people aren't into the Stranger Things thing, I don't know, then instead I'll just probably do more Final Fantasy IX on Saturday, okay? And then Saturday night is up in the air, but I'm debating maybe doing another chill stream, and it's probably going to be maybe MLB, which I haven't done in a long time. And then what we'll do is for the next week, all right, we'll tackle all the releases. So there's going to be a mix of Judgment. the Sunken City, or Sinking City, excuse me. Final Fantasy 9, all right, and my chill streams. So it'll be a balance between those 3 games and chill streams every day until later in the week, because later on, 1 week from tomorrow, is the release of, over 1 week from tomorrow. That would be, I guess, the 12th. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is the next new release we're going to be doing this month, and that's cool. It could end up being not only an ongoing playthrough, but a new chill stream edition. So not sure yet. We'll see, but. Yeah, this week should be a lot of fun, guys. It should be. And I want to say thanks to all of you who are coming out here. I know it's the summer now, and you guys are coming out to my streams and hanging out with me and having fun. And I appreciate that. Anyone who just comes by, swings by, and spends time with me on the streams. The summertime seems to be a much more popular time to come by and hang out on my streams. I noticed this last year as well. I saw an influx of viewers, an influx of people who just came to hang out, and it's the same thing this year. And I'm happy for that, okay? So thank you for that. By the way, my post-nasal drip is really bothering me today. I apologize if I don't sound too good. It's because it's really overnight was killing me. So I got to try to get it to clear up over the course of today's stream. All right. Okay. So there you go, guys. Now I have a few updates. Okay, a few positive updates. First of all, the Viewers' Choice polling is in effect. People are voting. And I wanted to give you guys a brief update right now. Some of the games that are in the lead of the polls. Games such as Knights of the Old Republic, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Super Mario 64. I think those are the 4 frontrunners. I think SpongeBob was in there as well. Right now, in the lead is Super Mario 64. But I need to urge this to everyone. People are like, oh man, this game's in the lead, it's just going to win. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to win. Remember that this is an open poll. Anyone can vote. You go to thekingofhate.com, which is my website. You go to the forums. You go to the general section of the forums, okay? And you go right to the thread and you vote on the games you want to see be the viewer's choice playthrough. Anyone can do this, and this whole thing can be flipped on its head. It can be, all right? Keep in mind, the poll is not closing soon. It's going to be at least till this next weekend, all right? If not, the weekend after. I may have it open for 2 weeks. I'm not sure yet. So, please, if you have not yet, go check it out. Yes, you can vote on multiple games. It's multiple choice. So let's say, out of these 12 games, I want to see Phil play 4 of them. You could vote for the 4 that you want, all right? So please do so. All right, and let's see what happens. Right now, like I said, Mario 64 is in the lead, but not by much. And, many other games could overtake it. Fair enough? All right. Another thing, guys. Yesterday, I made an update to my Amazon wish list, which you can find below the stream. There's a section for it on my main channel page, or you can type !wish list into the stream chat. I added a few new items on there, including a Genesis Mini, including a new controller for my Nintendo Switch, which it looks like I'll be playing a lot of in the next month or so. And Dragon Quest Builders 2, the digital edition for the Switch. If you're interested in helping me with the cost of streaming, and you want to buy any of those things that are on there, and help out, you can. And I appreciate that. So far, one person has bought me a $10 PSN credit, which is going to help with the upcoming game. So thank you for that. That was Slie. But no one else has bought anything yet. Please understand that when it says on there, all these things were purchased, it's false. The trolls found a way to mark them all as purchased, even though they're not, which is fucking annoying, of course, but it is what it is. So please just ignore that, and if you want to get me something, please do. It helps out on the streams, it helps defray the cost of doing this. It helps me very much. So thank you to anyone even considering it. And, another way to contribute, another positive way to contribute, right? It's very nice. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about outside of that. I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling positive. The summer's here. People are coming to chill and hang out with me. I'm not going to lie. Recently, the streams have been pretty good. Last night's Minecraft stream was very good. I was, super surprised that it went as well as it did. I didn't expect it to go that well. So I'm happy that people seem to like the balance between the new game content and the chill streaming, because I really like the chill streams. Like today's Final Fantasy 9 stream, I feel will be a very chill, relaxed stream. Tomorrow night, doing Blackout, that's going to be a chill stream. I like the chill streams. And it's good to know that even though there's so many new releases, that people like the balance, because I do too. Okay, so this should be fun. I'm really excited for the rest of the summer. I am, and I hope you guys are too. Fair enough. Okay. All right, my friends. So let's continue on. All right, let's move on to the second part of our pre-stream, which is the gratuitous plug segment. It's a necessary evil, as they say. So, ladies and gentlemen, for 11 years, I have been lucky enough to be an internet content creator who has had an audience who cares about what I say and do when it comes to video game experiences. I love sharing my video game experiences with all of you on a daily basis. It's incredibly fun. And there's certainly been ups and downs. I started off as doing this just for a hobby. For 2.5 years, I didn't make a dime doing it. Then I turned it into my full-time job, being a YouTuber from 2011 to 2017, when sadly the YouTube ad revenue bubble burst, and they had their adpocalypse, which basically made it completely unviable to be a full-time YouTuber anymore for someone like me. So I switched it up and became a full-time streamer, and for over 2 years, I've absolutely loved the daily interactions that we have here on our streams. I think it's some of the most fulfilling stuff I've ever done in my whole life. I absolutely love the organic interactions that we have every day. That being said, sadly, the YouTube revenue has completely dried up, and I rely pretty much solely on your crowdfunding in order to keep going. So it's things like stream contributions that allow me to keep doing this for a living and share these fun gameplay streams every day and put out the long-form video archives that I do over on DSPGaming on a daily basis, all right? So all that being said, please consider contributing in any of the ways that I'm about to describe. All of them help out tremendously, and they allow me to do what I love for a living and what you love to see me do, okay? But understand, and I'll say this up front, that contributions are greatly appreciated. Yes, they do keep things going, but they are not mandatory. I absolutely enjoy the fact that people just come and hang out with me on a daily basis. And it is so much fun to just have the interactions that we have. And I am lucky that anyone cares to even come by and hang out with me. I know that for a fact. All right, I get it. But the bottom line is, even though it is not mandatory to contribute, the contributions help things and do keep things going. So for those who do contribute, thank you very much. All right. How can you contribute? There's many ways. First of all, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your monthly pledges to my Patreon allow you to get personal perks as rewards. There's many different levels of rewards. Some of them are pretty cool. Like, for example, getting your question answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. That, incidentally, is coming up later this month. Okay. Please give it a look. Thank you to anyone who is a current pledgee to my Patreon. Anyone who is, FYI, I have sent you private messages on patreon.com as of last night so that you can get your perks for the month of June. So please check your inboxes, all right? And thanks to anyone who's considered maybe pledging in the future. It is much appreciated. Now, I also have a Teespring merchandise store, all right? On said store, I sell all kinds of fun stuff, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, etc., all great quality stuff. In fact, today I am wearing a shirt. I will show you. And apologies, I did not brush my hair this morning, so it's probably out of control. It's actually not that bad. This is the graffiti shirt that has all kinds of sayings and mannerisms and memes that I have coined over the years, all right? This is the blue version with white text, but you can get this shirt in many different colors, sizes, and varieties, all right? One of the better things on that website, in my opinion. Please give it a look. Anything that you guys or gals purchase from my Teespring store helps me out tremendously, and you get a cool collectible, all right? That's at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Now, if you're here live on the stream, all right, and you would like to get some fun interactivity with me, for example, to get a shout out for your contribution during the stream, you can absolutely do that. If you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to the channel or you tip me during today's live stream, you will get a verbal shout out during the stream. All right. Understand though that what I say and do on my streams is subjective. I have to make sure that I abide by Twitch's terms of service, and also that we maintain a chill vibe on the stream that doesn't derail stuff and become negative or drama-esque. So that being said, we have rules here on the stream to abide by. Understand that I am not obligated whatsoever to respond to any contribution. It is an optional thing that I choose to do as long as I find that it's a positive interaction and it's in line with the vibe that we want for our streams, okay? So that means don't bring up things like drama. Don't bring up insults. I don't want to hear about the latest internet garbage. I don't want to hear about another content creator slandering me. I don't want to hear about a negative meme or a detractor. I don't care, all right? We're here to have fun and interact and chill out and enjoy games at face value. And that's what it's all about. And that's what it's always been all about. And that's what I'm all about. So none of that negative crap, all right? Thank you very much to those who do contribute. If you do, like I said, I will give you a shout out during the stream today. Being Final Fantasy IX, it's going to be ample opportunities for me to do so because there's going to be a lot of time in between stuff to do that. As you can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. And that's going to update with things such as the top cheerer and top tipper of the day. All right, so that you can get extra recognition by being up on that leaderboard. In addition to that, there's a cheering leaderboard that is integrated right here into the streams. If you can't see it, it's right there atop the stream chat. So those who contribute via cheering, you also get extra recognition. All right, pretty sweet. All right, so pretty cool stuff. And thanks to anyone who does contribute today. In particular, if you want to help me out the absolute most right now, the best way that you can contribute would be to tip me. Because right now, financially, things are not very good for me. Not going to lie, things are incredibly tight. Not only do I need to afford a bunch of games between now and the end of the month, I don't get paid by Twitch for this month until the 15th. So I've got about 2 weeks to get through at this point. And, you know, I need support basically via tips because tips I get right away. Whatever you tip me, those funds go right to my bank account and I can use them to pay bills immediately. Versus other contributions are still much appreciated, but most of those have a processing time that I have to wait for. The tips I can put towards stuff right now. So if you tip me, it's the best way to help. I do appreciate all contributions, but tipping me is the preferred way right now. It helps out the most. There's 2 ways to tip me. Below the stream, there's a tip jar button that you can click on. Or you can type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up a link to my PayPal tips page. If you're worried about, oh no, if I contribute to a streamer, someone might troll me, you can actually tip anonymously. So that way no one will know it's you. And you do not need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card to tip, much like anything else that you pay for on the internet. All right? So thanks to anyone even considering it. It is much appreciated. It really is. Thank you very much. And I hope we have a great stream. Fair enough. All right, what we're going to get to now is I'm going to do shout-outs for those who have contributed already on today's stream. Okay, so let's bring that up. Hold on one second here. Let's bring up the leaderboard. my little Streamlabs dashboard that allows me to see contributions. All right, so we actually start off overnight with some contributions. We had Blinks Fire, who came in right after the end of last night's Minecraft stream and resubbed for 3 months and said, I missed a stream. Unhappy face. Yeah, last night's Minecraft stream was quite good. Not only did we have a lot of fun discussion and interactions and get a lot done in the game, but it just ended up being a really fun, positive experience. It was great. So that was an awesome one. Sorry that you missed it, but you can always check it out on YouTube, DSPGaming. That's why I archive everything. Okay? Nihilistic Wish List. Don't know why his name is Nihilistic Wish List, but he cheered and said, are you still taking suggestions for the July sub goal? If so, I have a suggestion for an event that I don't think you've done before. Maybe you could do a retro stream where you point the camera at your TV, use your camera's built-in mic, and play a game from 2008 to 2013 before you start a direct capture. Maybe even record the episodes in 10-minute chunks for added authenticity. It could be a cool nostalgia stream and a throwback to your roots. It's an interesting suggestion. However, there's a few reasons why, sadly, I can't do it. And allow me to explain. First of all, if you're wondering what this person is referencing, this is how I used to record. I used to, before I went direct capture in 2013, I used to have a digital camera that I would set up on a tripod in front of me. For some years, I put it on a table that used to be in front of me when I lived in Connecticut. And then I started using a more professional tripod setup. And, you know, I did that for a good 5 years. That's how I recorded my gameplay and spread it until I went direct capture. All right. And of course, when I went direct capture, oh my God, the visual quality, the audio quality, everything just went up tremendously. And, you know, I haven't changed since then. I'm always going to be doing direct capture in the future, okay? So, ever since I used to do that, you know, there's people who used to watch my stuff back in the day. And let's face it, those videos are archived forever on YouTube. You could watch all my old school stuff that I used to do with the camera right now. It's all live, right? So, people have seen this over the years like, man, that would be a cool nostalgic throwback if Phil were to do a playthrough with his old camera, you know, as kind of like an Easter egg kind of a deal, all right? So, it's an interesting suggestion, but sadly, there's a few reasons why I can't really make this work, and I'll explain. I don't want to just shoot this down and say, no, I'm not interested. The truth of the matter is, I actually probably would be interested in doing it, just for the fact that I haven't done it in a million years, and there's so many, you guys don't even understand how many factors came into play when I used to do it. Every time the brightness changed in a game, I had to sit there at the exposure and gamma settings of the camera and fuck with them. So I was on the fly constantly adjusting brightness and everything every time I played a game. It was pretty frustrating, but at the same time, it was fun as hell to do because no one else was doing it. All right? But here's a few reasons why, sadly, I can't do it. And these are very matter-of-fact reasons, okay? Number one, because now I'm an interactive live streamer. So if I were to do the camera setup, okay, and record with the camera, I would also have to maintain a live stream because people are going to want to watch live. I can't just skip live streaming and not work for the day because I'm doing a throwback playthrough with the camera, all right? You have to understand, guys, as I explained already on this pre-stream, the vast majority of my contributions come through via streaming. I need to stream every day to pay my bills. I can't just say, oh, I'm not going to stream for 2 days because I'm going to use the camera and record offline. It would never work, all right? So in that regard, I would have to find a way to stream while I'm recording, which basically what I could do is do double duty. I would have to basically be doing a stream with my current capture setup while also recording with the camera. That's a tall order. Quite frankly, I think that it would end up being so demanding that I wouldn't even be able to focus on the game. And I probably also wouldn't be able to really put off an entertaining live stream because I'd be so focused on the camera itself that it wouldn't work. All right? That's just number one, being matter of fact. Number two, okay, I don't think my camera works anymore. My camera that I used to use for doing all this kind of stuff was a camera that I basically ran into the ground. I used this camera, if I remember correctly, originally I started using that particular camera in either 2010 or 2011, and I used it every day for 8+ hours a day. And if I remember, at the very end time when I basically was going direct capture, that camera was having all kinds of issues. The batteries weren't working properly in it anymore. The battery door was falling off. Like, basically, I couldn't even keep the camera closed in order to make it work properly. It was, like, opening, and the batteries were falling out. And it was basically having a ton of issues. I was like, damn, you know. Incidentally, one of the reasons why I did adopt direct capture when I did was because I didn't want to go out and buy another digital camera to replace that one when I probably could just go direct capture and improve the quality of my stuff for about the same cost. You see what I mean? Instead of going out and buying a $400 digital camera, I went out and bought a capture device and a bunch of, you know, other stuff, and it allowed me to basically go up to the quality level that people wanted. So for me to even do this, all right, what I would have to do is fish out the camera. It's in a closet somewhere in the house, fuck around with all the components and see if I can even get the camera to work, which very well it might not. The camera's been unused for many years now. So in reality, is it an interesting idea? A throwback to the old school style? Absolutely. And I think there's a nostalgia factor there that some people might like that. Of course, anyone who's watched me from 2014 on, probably wouldn't give a shit. You know, anyone who hasn't watched the old school stuff probably wouldn't care and be like, why does this look so terrible? Why is the brightness off? Why are the volume levels terrible? You know what I mean? So, it's just not very viable. It would be a what-if scenario if I could even make it work, and if I did, then it would end up be doing, like, trying to juggle a stream with the camera. It's just not going to work. Ideally, the reason that worked back in the day is because I didn't live stream. I could focus on the camera, adjusting the brightness, splitting the parts every 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, there was a time when that made sense and it worked perfectly. Sadly, in 2019, those times are over 5 to 6 years outdated, and I don't think that it would work. All right. So I appreciate your suggestion. I understand why you suggested it. Sadly, I just don't think it would be viable in the modern era. Okay? All right, let's continue. So, Golden Colts did a few cheers overnight. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for those overnight cheers. That is much appreciated. Lavrenti Beria 1 resubbed for 6 months. Thank you, Lavrenti Beria, for the resub. That earns you the Golden Crown Chat badge. All right, thank you very much for that. Wow, a musical burp to accompany the thank you shout out. There you go. Thank you very much for that. Okay, continuing on, my main man 45 did a 50-bit cheer. And he says, hey Phil, both games are discounted. Which one do you think is better? Assassin's Creed Origins or Assassin's Creed Odyssey? There's going to be people who disagree and are in different camps on this. Me, I feel that Odyssey is far superior to Origins. I think Origins is a good game, but I think Odyssey improved upon a lot of the things in Origins. In particular, the combat style, the open world roaming, and the mission structure, I think is much improved in Odyssey versus Origins. In fact, I even went as far to say when I was playing Odyssey, man, you know, I actually wish that this game had come out instead of Origins. Like, if Origins had never been released, I actually feel it would have been better, because Odyssey's so much better than Origins that it just feels like a better gameplay experience. But because Origins came out the year before, it kind of felt like you were almost playing the same game with a few tweaks. And that was sad, because the game's great. You know what I mean? I just think what should have happened was Origins shouldn't have ever even existed. They should have waited and just released Odyssey, and then people would have been blown away by this new style, open world roaming, new combat Assassin's Creed, instead of kind of getting a good game in Origins and then a great game the next year in Odyssey, but it felt like the same game because you played the game the year before. You see what I mean? So, I definitely think Odyssey is a better game. However, I'm just going to forewarn you, my main man, if you're going to play Odyssey, all right, there is a required grind that is an artificial, basically kind of hurdle put into the game to make it so that you cannot progress with the story until you do a ton of side content. It was put into the game for 2 reasons. Number one, they wanted to artificially extend the length of their game and pretend that it was longer than it really was. Okay, that's just being matter of fact. If they didn't have this required grind in the middle of the game would probably be about 25 hours long. But they purposely put this grind in the game to say the game was 40 to 60 hours long. And by the way, the grind is about 20 extra hours. That's no exaggeration. You need to grind with side content to get enough, you know, experience in killing off enough of the targets and stuff to unlock the next leg of the story. It's definitely an annoying fucking required grind, okay? So that's number one. The other reason they did it is because they wanted to sell microtransactions. And in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you can buy tons of microtransactions to make the game easier. There's an experience booster that you can buy in the game where basically everything gives you double experience. So you don't really need to grind in that regard, because you could have what you need to progress if you spent extra money. So they did it on purpose. They wanted to say their game was longer than it really was, and they wanted to make you buy microtransactions. And it's annoying as fuck that a game that otherwise is quite good is held down by this very poorly designed required grind, all right? So just forewarning you, I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I thought it was an outstanding game, but the grind definitely held it back, okay? Alrighty then. Shout out to Ritual First, who subscribed to the channel with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, Ritual First, for the subscription and the support. I appreciate that. Darth Vader tipped me $2 and says the following: the Force commands you all to vote for Metroid Prime 2 Echoes and embrace the dark side in the game's dark world. So, Darth Vader wants everyone to go to my forums at thekingofhate.com and vote for Metroid Prime 2, which is in the running for the Patron's Choice playthrough. It's in there, okay? Again, I urge everyone, this is the first Viewer's Choice event I've ever done. Please vote. The more votes in, the better. Make your voice heard. It's anyone's game right now. There's no game right now that's 100% determined to be the winner. It could be completely flipped on its head at any point. So please head over and vote. Okay, guys? All right. Shout out to Uzi Gohard, who tipped me $10.01 and says, big ups for the big man. Won't be here tomorrow, but I hope it ends up being a positive stream. I think it will be. Although admittedly, I know in the United States tomorrow it's Independence Day. It is a big holiday for many people, and they will be busy with family or friends. So I certainly expect that in the States, we may have a reduced amount of viewership. However, I do realize I have an international viewer base, and so many people will still be tuning in anyway. And that's cool. So if you can hang out with me tomorrow, great. If not, you know, have a fun day. Remember, everything is archived on YouTube afterward on DSPGaming. And thank you, Uzi Gohard, for that $10 tip. Much appreciated. You're the top tipper of the day. All right, so last Rambo just did a 50-bit cheer, and I believe this is the first cheer of the day, actually. Oh, no, I take that back. My main man was the first cheer of the day. So I'm going to get my main man up there. I apologize, my main man. I forgot to put you on the leaderboard. There's my main man, 45, 50-bit cheer. There we go. So my main man up on the leaderboard for the first cheer of the day. Thank you. All right, so now getting back to where we were. Last Rambo cheered 50 bits and says, should we not be worried about inflated votes for the viewer's choice because of alternate accounts? No, you shouldn't. Because unlike when people vote on things like a straw poll, all right, in order to actually have an account on my website, you have to register and go through these hoops to do it. Could someone potentially sit there all day and create a ton of clone accounts? Yes, but it's very time consuming, and I wouldn't count on someone doing it. In addition to that, the other thing is, if you take a look at the voting, all right, it's not like someone who makes 5 to 10 clone accounts is going to really throw the voting. We've got a lot of people. I think the top game right now has 40 votes, and the voting's only been open for 2 days, not even. So I definitely predict that by the end of the week, coming by, we're going to have tons of votes in there. So just someone sitting there making a few clone accounts isn't really enough to skew the voting regardless. And in addition to all of that, I do have the capability to look at IP addresses of accounts. And if I find an account that's like the same IP for 10 accounts, I will just negate those votes. All right. And I haven't found that yet, luckily. So we'll see how things go here. But so far, no problems. Okay. All right. Shout out to Pol Pot, who I believe used to be some kind of a, if I remember correctly, was a communist leader or something. I could be wrong, but I think they were. They took $3.50. It says, I want to buy a watch. Do you have any recommendations? No. I'm not a watch guy. I never was. A few times, very, very early in my life, I owned a watch. It ended up breaking because I used to be very bad with them and smash them against walls and stuff. So, no, I really don't know much about good watches at all. I'm the last person to ask. Get a Casio. Get a $20 Casio watch so if it breaks, you didn't lose a lot of money. That's my recommendation. How about that? Okay. Forsaken Falcon tipped me $1 and said, we want new vote now. We want Air Jordans for Australopithecus people. All those in favor of Air Jordans for Australopithecus people, raise hand. I don't even know what this word means. Obviously, this is some kind of insider reference I don't get. Thank you very much for the tip. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let's continue. Preach has subscribed to the channel for 4 months. Thank you very much, Preach, for 4 months of support. That is appreciated. Grayside Will has cheered 50 bits and says, hey, Phil, are you scared to 1v1 me on Bog? Yes, I am terrified. The last Rambo cheered again. He said, someone has asked me to cheer this. Would you be open to putting the Xbox One X on your Amazon wish list as an optional purchase? That way you can share multi-platform games on both PS4 and Xbox One. No. The things that I'm putting on my wish list are essential things to keep me streaming. Like, for example, credit to buy games. Pretty essential. A new controller for my Switch because the controller I have is kind of shitty. Yes, that's kind of essential. And by the way, I picked a really cheap controller. The Genesis Mini, which is expensive, it's $80, but that people have expressed desire to see me play some of those games, and if I get it, I could make several, entertaining streams out of it. Yeah, that's kind of a fun, essential thing to do that would be outside of the normal range of me being able to afford it, right? Me getting a $400+ console to play what? A few games in the next year before the next generation of consoles come out? No, it makes no sense whatsoever to do that. Zero. So the answer there is no. That's not something that I would consider putting on there at all. I think that's ridiculous. That would be something pretty superfluous that I don't necessarily need. And I think that that's outside of the range of what I would want to do with that Amazon wish list. So the answer there is no. I don't want an Xbox One X. I don't need an Xbox One X. Okay. BattleDuck9000 has resubscribed for 31 months. Wow. Thank you very much, BattleDuck9000, for the very long-running support. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Minori01 tipped me $5 and says, is it possible to add the chat to your YouTube videos? Wish you a good stream. Now, I believe what Minori01 is referencing would be to add the stream chat to the videos so that when you're watching on YouTube, you can see what people are saying in the stream chat. The answer there, Minori01, is no. Let me explain why I don't want to do that, all right? The reason why I don't have comments on my YouTube videos for the last 2 years is because, sadly, there is a very disgusting, toxic, negative element of people who follow me around the internet and try to make my life miserable. They found a way to make disgusting, drama-filled, toxic content on YouTube become popular by basically leaving negative comments on my videos. And then what people would do is read the negative comments, and they would be ridiculous, over-the-top, really gross stuff. And they would make videos based just on the comments. Like, wow, look at the toxic viewers of Phil's content making fun of him. And this became a big drama thing for years. Like, for years, this would be the content of people's nasty videos on YouTube. And it became a thing. It became a meme to come to my content and say nasty stuff to get noticed on the internet. Like, people would purposely say, what's the most insanely over-the-top, ridiculous, disgusting, toxic thing I could say on Phil's video to get noticed in one of these other videos on YouTube today? Okay? So, essentially, I said, I'm not going to play that game anymore. And I turned off comments on my YouTube videos, and all of that went away. It did. People can't do that anymore. All right? So, that's a good thing. That's a very positive thing. It got so bad that my actual viewers and fans asked me to do it, by the way. So people were like, Phil, that negatively hurt you. I mean, I'm sure in some ways it did, but when my longtime viewers who were there to positively view the content are telling me to turn off the comments because it's so disgusting, I listen. So I did. Okay? So, moving along to your question about having the Twitch chat in my videos on YouTube, okay? Essentially, what would happen is if I started having the Twitch chat on my videos on YouTube, it would be two things. Number one, I firmly believe it would take away from the quality of the gameplay, all right? I'm not a guy, even though, yes, I do interactive streams, and the interaction with my stream is very important, I do feel that having a running chat on the screen would be very distracting to the gameplay and take away a large portion of the gameplay screen to the point where I think it would be a bigger detriment than a positive when it comes to the gameplay quality, all right? That's number one. Number two, what would end up happening is I would reopen Pandora's box because the bottom line is since I closed the comments on YouTube, that whole Pandora's box of having people purposely act up like an asshole or an idiot to get noticed went away. But now imagine, now I got the chat on the videos. Oh, I can just go into Phil's chat and say something absolutely ridiculously over the top, and yeah, I'll probably get moderated and banned for it, but I can get it on his stream for a minute, and that'll be in the video forever on YouTube. Yeah, I'll be immortalized. And then people can make videos about, look at the ridiculous things in Phil's chat on YouTube. Ha ha ha. You see what I mean? So, it would basically just completely redo the entire issue again. No, I'm not doing that. I refuse to have that shit come back. I got rid of that toxic content on purpose a long time ago. By no means do I want it to come back ever. All right? So, there you go. There you go, guys. Pissing Demon, you are full of crap. I'm not even going to listen to you because you literally are full of crap. You did not try to purchase the Switch controller and it said 0 desired and you can't buy it. You're full of shit. That's not how it works. But thanks for trying to distract me. Okay, continuing on. Italian Frog cheered and said, could you use your webcam for that retro stream? No. No, I couldn't. And here's why. The webcam is very low quality. The webcam is incredibly pixelated. If I record a TV with the webcam, it would look like shit. It would actually look worse than like 480p. The webcam is not a good webcam. It's a tiny little lens versus the camera that I used to use to record, the videos for YouTube had a giant lens with tons of adjustments and things on it that made the visual quality quite good. The webcam I have is a piece of crap and would not be good whatsoever for that. So there you go. Grayside Will cheered. He says, have you checked out the new album, Carried Diamond? These are all detractor memes, by the way. People think I'm stupid or something. I know what it is. I don't think it's me. That's a reference to another streamer, because I've never been carried to diamond status in any game. But, thanks for nothing. Crystal Laser did a 50-bit cheer and says, gonna miss your stream today. Hope people point out all the side content this time around. Remember to work on your chocobo if you get the chance. Yeah, I really hope that people who played Final Fantasy IX will help me today, because like I said, I've been told if I don't do side content now, that basically I miss out on all opportunity to do it. And I definitely don't want to miss out on fun side content that I could do. All right, so hopefully we get, we do a lot of it today and I don't miss out on much. Vote Democrat did a 111-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Vote Democrat. It's the top cheer of the day. He says, Vote Democrat tries it. Cheeto chicken sandwich from KFC is pretty good. Dude, I don't even want to hear that. How can you say that thing is good? Are you crazy? It looks absolutely revolting. Cheetos are revolting. Oh my god. Alright, anyway. Philly Buckeye did a 50-bit cheers, and Mr. Big Guy, please tell us why you haven't played with Kyle in so long. I have no idea what the living hell this guy is referencing. It's got to be something outside of my content, but thank you for the cheer regardless. I don't know what you're talking about. The Last Rambo cheered and says, what's your opinion on the games that are being voted on so far for Viewer's Choice? We got some pretty good variety in there. You got Nintendo-focused games with games like Metroid Prime 2, Mario 64, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. You got long-form RPGs in games like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Knights of the Old Republic, right? You got some interesting action platformers like SpongeBob is in there, and people have always asked me to play SpongeBob. Although I did hear SpongeBob is getting a remaster, right? Isn't SpongeBob Battle of Bikini Bottom getting a remaster later this year? In which case, I'm probably going to play it anyway. So all that being said, there's an interesting variety to the games. In fact, hold on a second, because I took a picture of all the games yesterday, and I want to reference what they all are here. Hold on a second. I just got to get to it in my phone, and my phone is being stupid and slow. And my phone's old as shit, so, sometimes it can take a while to do stuff. It's an old fogey phone. All right, hold on a second. Let's see here. Okay, so... Okay. We also got The Surge in there. We got Elder Scrolls Oblivion, of course. That's interesting. Bionicle Heroes, I know absolutely nothing about. I don't even know what kind of game that is. Hollow Knight, Trails of Cold Steel. I don't know what that is either. Never heard of it. And Divinity Original Sin, another RPG that was PC exclusive for the longest time. So I really had no method to play it. And then it finally got ported, and by the time it got ported to consoles, no one really cared about it anymore. Although I did hear it's like an outstanding series. So yeah, interesting. Well, that's all I really have to say. Like, it's a good variety of stuff. And, the playthroughs, just think about it. A long-form RPG playthrough versus a platformer versus a Nintendo game, very different styles of games. So, it's very interesting to see what people nominated, and I'm very curious to see what turns out being the playthrough. I'm very excited. So, again, vote, 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 everybody. All right, continuing on. Lucifer Soul tipped me $5. It says, out of the top 4 viewers' choice playthroughs, which one would you prefer to play? A game like Super Mario 64 is pretty long and difficult at some points. I don't know. And the thing is, the top 4 has changed twice in the last day. Like, the top 4 yesterday is not even the top 4 today. So, I can't even really comment. I would rather just let's let it go. Let's let it ride. Let's see how things go over the course of the week. Okay, everybody. Pepsi cures PND. Pepsi apparently cures post-nasal drip. Sure it does. And he basically insulted me. So thank you very much for the insult. But the dollar tip is much appreciated as well. So thank you for that insult and the dollar tip. In the Jangles cheered and says, does Phil not realize that nostalgia stream is supposed to look shitty and that's part of the charm? Yes, but you understand something. There's the shitty and then there's completely unwatchable. My old camera footage was shitty, right? But it wasn't unwatchable. You could still make out what was going on in the game. The audio quality had a unique factor to it. If I used my webcam to record, it would just look awful. And the webcam also has a built-in microphone that's terrible quality. So it would be in essence, to record with my webcam would actually be worse than what I recorded from 2008 to 2013. It would actually be worse. All right, and yeah, dude tipped me $1 and insulted me. So thank you very much, yeah, dude, for the dollar tip and the insult. I appreciate the insult, I really do. Thanks so much for your ridiculous insults. It was so cool. So cool of you. Okay, guys. All right, so, I think we have done all the shout-outs. What I'd like to do now is give a shout-out to the top cheering contributors of the week, because this week in particular, cheering has been great. I'm very appreciative for that. So I definitely want to give credit so far to the top cheerers of the week. All right? So thank you very much to the top cheering contributors. In 10th place this week, we've got Timbo Slice. In 9th place, Boba Feet's 101. 8th place goes to Golden Colts. 7th place goes to PW Dubs. 6th place is Mr. Papavero. 5th place, Orcs Are Dorks 7. 4th place, Slie. Thank you, Slie, for the cheers. 3rd place, Nihilistic Goldfish. In 2nd place so far for the week, Insomniatic Meat. And sitting nicely in 1st place right now, Creepy Spaghetti. Creepy Spaghetti, incidentally, was the top contributor on last night's Minecraft stream, which means next week, when I play Minecraft, I have to do what he wants me to do. He wants me to go into the nether. Listen to this. This is pretty interesting to me. He wants me to go into the nether, kill a ghast in the nether, and then put a sign down on its corpse saying Creepy Spaghetti. That's pretty cool and original. Now, understandably, that's not really naming something, but being that I know I have capability to do this, I'm going to do it next week when I play it, okay? So, so there you go. Pretty fun, and thank you for all that contributions last night to everyone who contributed on that Minecraft stream, but in particular, Creepy Spaghetti. All right, Human Beans Must Rice, whatever the fuck that means, tipped me $1 and says, I'm actually glad that most of the games that people are voting on right now are not just Japanophile anime weeboo nonsense. Well, here's the thing. I knew that opening the voting up to everybody instead of just patrons was going to drastically change the event. And if anything, I think what people are realizing now is that this Viewer's Choice event is quite interesting and good. And it may be something that I bring back again in the future. Since people seem to like it now, and it seems like whatever playthrough wins is going to be a pretty interesting one, I probably will bring it back again, maybe by the end of the year. So, yeah, pretty cool, right? I think it was a pretty cool idea, and I'm very appreciative of everyone who's contributing and nominating and voting. It's pretty good. So, I'm looking forward to what gets picked, and if it works out well, I'll probably do it again. Pretty cool, right? All right, guys, that is it. Thank you very much. Great pre-stream. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's jump into Final Fantasy IX, shall we? I'm looking forward to some interactive JRPG fun. Thanks, everyone, and it's time